Checking our Duracell scoreboard. Games around the OHL last night. Kingston doubles Ottawa 8-4. Kitchener hammers the Thunder 12-3. London whips North Bay 8-2. Sudbury in overtime 4-3 over the Sioux Greyhounds. Sorry, Bass, that's the way it ended. DiPietro tied it with, what, 8 seconds to go?
I don't want to hear it. I'm not
overtime.
excited about it at all. You have to say anything more than the score.
No, the Sioux lost. That's all I can say. And we're not all in mourning.
You couldn't even, you couldn't lie about it, though, eh?
No, I couldn't. I tried last night. Puck bouncing around. At center on the left wing, the Generals go over the line. They'll throw it in front. Morchaz with the save. They score on the rebound. Scott Lewick trailing on the play. And Morchauser had no chance whatsoever.
The second shot makes the first save. We're going to see Scott Lewick, who played for Miami of Ohio. You're going to see now Grieve will go right down the side. Watch him look here now. He throws it across. Fraser going to the net with the defenseman. See you later. Puck's in the net under Morchauser. Can't blame the goalie. And the story is now get another look at it here now. Watch Fraser going to the net. There it's laying there in the net. And I'll tell you, Lewick, he can drill a puck.
So it's 1-0 in favor of the Oshawa Generals for Lewick, his 12th goal of the season. Here's Fraser.
Interesting story on this Scott Lewick that we ought to talk about.
Behind the net it goes. The Generals trying to add to their lead. Along the boards, it's still bouncing around. Brent Grieve tried to get it loose, tried to get it back on the other side, and it's to the point but not out. The Generals still have some pressure on the right side for Lewick. And back the other way come the Dukes. A long pass up on the right side. Does not work, and cleared by the Generals back into the Hamilton zone. Back to pick it up the other way, and over the line comes Gouvedaris. Gouvedaris ridden out of the play. There's a collision there. Behind the net, around on the other side it goes. And back on the point, there's going to be a penalty to the Oshawa Generals as Gouvedaris takes a hit from David Kravitz. Kravitz trying to get to Gouvedaris, trying to sucker him into a retaliation penalty, and Gouvedaris is buying none of it. Could be interesting here. The Generals flirting with perhaps taking 2 penalties on the same play.
Well, so we're just going to get to read here in a minute, but he tried to get Gouvedaris, as we see him right here, to go with him, but now you can see now there's going to be a little bit of pressure here, as you're going to see in a minute. Armstrong under some pressure. Gouvedaris got a hold of a stick. They used to play together, so they like to kind of hold each other's stick. They're not sure about the colors here. But with the puck going to the corner, the penalty has been called, and now there was a chance to get a second one, but no, sir.
Of course, Gouvedaris and Armstrong played together with the Toronto Marlies before the team moved to Hamilton.
That's a history lesson.
There it is. So the Generals come back with it at center. Here's Scaldi over the line. I'll tell you, some of the fans here, among the best one-liners you would meet anywhere. Eric Lindros just buried his man. He gets it over to Scaldi. Scaldi heads to the net. He hit the post. Scaldi rattled it off the pipe. Here's Scaldi behind the net again. He's got Lindros lurking in front. He'll drop it back on the point for Davis, who has the penalty. Back behind the net, Gouvedaris will settle it down. Lindros says, hey, you're not doing anything with it. Can I have it? Here's Gouvedaris coming out the other way with it. A long lead pass is tipped all the way down into the Oshawa zone. The goaltender, Brathwaite, played it, or it would have been icing. It comes back on the point. Back on the left side for Gouvedaris. Gouvedaris chops it back into the corner for Michael Rare. It's centered in front. They score. A clearing shot in front, bounced off Braithwaite into the net.
Right off the side here, and actually it was a clearing pass, as you point out. And Oshawa with all that pressure down there. But very, very simple as we take a look here now. Here, get a look. The puck is in the corner. Now he's going to bring it out here. Really, he's looking across to that side to throw it. No, sir. Right off of Braithwaite in the net, and it's 1-1. As we see again. Now it's thrown back as Davis falls down and makes a commitment. He sees the player open, but he'll take it.
I think that'll be Clayton Martin.
Clayton Martin, absolutely.
He gets credit for the goal. And so this Hamilton power play that was going absolutely nowhere
makes it 1-1.
It's Martin's 9th goal of the year. Of course, the bottom line here is it's not how, it's how many.
Exactly
and 1-1
right.
is the score.
Martin played his hockey for the Marley Midgets. 5th round pick in '88.
Now the puck now in the Hamilton's zone again, comes back on the left point for Simpson. A long shot goes wide, goes bouncing out in front. Up on the other side, Vallow trying to get it out. Behind the net it goes for Craigwell. Craigwell turns, puts on the brakes, being spun around and dumped. Still maintains possession of the puck here. The Generals still on it. A shot is tipped over the glass into the crowd. And the Generals just don't let up. 10:46 to go in the first period. We're tied at 1.
We're going to see some constant pressure here by the Generals. Now, as you see some circling right here, and you're going to see them trying to get Craigwell down, and they do get him down. But the referee says, no, that is not a penalty. And what do you think?
Referees are never wrong. It's not a penalty. You think it's a penalty?
What a political statement you make there.
I've been hanging around
I got to tell you something.
Yeah, well.
What are you doing, running for mayor here?
No. Here's a backhand shot that went wide as the Generals very nearly got one. Brent Grieve walking right in. Dukes will come back on the left wing with it. Up at center it goes for Gouvedaris. Gouvedaris over to McCosh and Simon. Dropping it back. Here's Gouvedaris working his way to the net. Takes a shot. Braithwaite made the save. A tougher shot than it may have looked because he was partially screened on it. Back the other way comes Grieve. Grieve stick handles his way in over the line. Tried to throw it back on the other side, and Sean McCosh will feed it up on the right side for Joey Simon. Simon to Gouvedaris. Gouvedaris takes a look and backs it up at his own line. Still has possession of it. And back the other way will come the Dukes. A long lead pass. The Dukes will make some changes. We're more than halfway through this period. Generals will shoot it all the way down the ice. And going back to get it, it's Derek Booth. Booth is out there with Rod Leask, who takes the pass. Leask will turn at the Hamilton line at center. He'll clear it in wide on the left side. Michael Rayer goes after it. Chopped off into the corner by Braithwaite. Going after it is Clayton Martin, who has the Dukes' only goal. They jam it up. Davis moves in against Martin, and the Generals clear it on the right side, but not out. That shot from Leask was off a skate into the corner. Lindros rolls it around back behind his own net. Dukes now with a little sustained pressure. For perhaps the first time in the period, they'll tie it up and get a face-off deep in Oshawa territory.
Well, as we've indicated here, and as we get a look at Vanica, an invite 3 years ago, know him very, very well. Good, hard-nosed young
and what
player
a feisty player.
Boy, it is, and just the kind of guy that makes a team better. Works the corners.
Was telling me before the game, he says he loves having him on his line. Loves him there.
He's got the personality, too. He's a good team man, as we see him there. 5'10", 180. It was one of those invites, and that's why he's playing, because he's another. He just doesn't quit.
Doesn't know the meaning of the word.
No.
Back it goes for Leask in his own zone for the Dukes. Leask takes it back behind his own net. Now he'll clear it up on the left side, get it up for Booth. Booth gives it back to him. And Leask will turn at the Hamilton blue line. 9 minutes to go in the period. A long shot goes wide of the net. The rebound off the boards. That shot went wide off the stick of Michael Rayer. Behind the net it goes. And around to the right side, the Generals will come back with it. A pass for Lindros too far down to the Hamilton line, and John Vallow is there. Vallow lost it to Lindros. The puck is still lying loose. Morchauser doesn't know where it is, and he finally sits on it with his back to the net.
Well, I'll tell you what, they'll be talking about that. That puck was everything. That's the kind of pressure Lindros can put on you. Like you think you got that extra second. Now, he's playing with that puck thinking he's got a second. All of a sudden, there it is. Look at it laying there. Now watch. As we see, Morchauser says, where is it? And Scaldi says, I know where it is. I just can't get to it as he gloves it. And no matter what you say or how you say it, it's still 1-1.
Well, Gus was probably had that feeling, I'm in trouble when I'm looking the wrong way. 8 minutes, 38 seconds to go in the first period. We're tied at 1. The face-off will be deep in Hamilton territory. The puck is in front of the net. It's cleared up on the right side of the Dukes. Will move up with it. Down and over the Oshawa zone it goes. Braithwaite comes out and clears it off the glass. And the Generals have possession of it. O'Hagan feeds it ahead on the other side for Cornish. There's a shot from a sharp angle that's blocked, taken back behind the Dukes net. Up on the left side it goes. Dukes just trying to get it out. Kept in at the point by Hollis. Hustling back to get it. Bill Whistle behind his own goal. Puck is centered. Moving up, it's Scott Hollis. Takes the shot. Stopped by Morchauser. Rebound. Stopped by Morchauser. Here's Hollis again, centering it. And back on the right side, it goes for Gary Taylor. Taylor gets it down through the middle for his man who was coming over on the play. That was Dave Ritchie. And back the other way comes Cornish again for the Generals. He was spun around. On the left side, it's Bill Whistle. Can't get anywhere, and it's all the way down the ice. We're going to have an icing called against the Dukes. Back to touch it, it's O'Hagan. We have 7:33 to go in the first period. In a 1-1 tie, you see your buddy O'Hagan.
O'Hagan, a plus 47, did you say?
41.
Plus 41. Now look at here now with Hollis, a young rookie picked up from the Kingston Midgets. An 8th round pick. Now watch him just get that shot off right there. But you know, no, he says, I'll just clear that puck. Now there's a second little chance here. But look at the goaltending standing right up, giving him absolutely no room. It was an ice cream save by Mort Chaucer because he was just in position. A good positioning. You don't have to make him look great.
7.5 minutes to go in the first period. We're tied at 1. The puck comes back in the right point. Cleared by Kravitz, and it rolls back down into the Oshawa zone. Joey Simon beaten to the puck by Brathwaite. And back behind the net, it's Dale Craigwell on it. Craigwell will drop it for O'Hagan. O'Hagan clears it off the boards, doesn't get it out, but it bounces back to Craigwell. Craigwell's pass is kicked out to center, and up on the right side it goes for Simon. Comes back and over the Oshawa line. Simon trying to get through the defense, made a nice play, and Brathwaite came out, covered up. And we have exactly 7 minutes to go in the first period. Oshawa 1, Hamilton 1.